Well, welcome back to another gardening journal. We're starting this episode off in my garden to fill up the bird feeders. We have currently got 2 robins that regularly visit us, and they absolutely adore the mealworms and sunflower hearts from time to time, but they're a bit more favoured by the blue tits, which sometimes visit us, but mostly we just see the robins, which is so lovely to see. And now I'm spending a lot more time at home every day. Being on maternity leave, I get to see these robins visit us so regularly. It's honestly one of the highlights of my day. I actually decided to move the little water bath down because often a pigeon comes and visits us and sits on the bath whilst trying to peck at the bird feeders and, you know, does his business and is just generally unhygienic. So I thought if I lower this, it should hopefully discourage him from hanging around and visiting us. So as mentioned in the last episode, we've got these new seed packets to sow and plant in the kitchen garden, and at home I actually have this tin of seed packets that I've collected over the time, and thought we could look through and see what we could grow out of those. So these did also house my bean seeds, which I found out I only had 2 of, which is a bit disappointing. So we'll see if they do start or not, because I did have trouble with them not even starting last year. So if they don't start, then I will just go out and go out and buy some bean plants. But we have got a couple of seed packets which I had great success with growing in previous years. So we've got radish, beetroot, Tom Thumb lettuce, and I do also have some carrots as well, but I might not grow the carrots this year. So many seed packets which have kindly been given to me and I've just collected over time, but it's a bit overwhelming to start too much, so I had a little look through. Nothing really caught my eye, and I'm going to stick with the ones that we've sort of got planned to do this year already. Mister. Okay. Sit back. You got the baby. So beautiful. Well, we are back in the grow house and we did a little bit of shopping en route. So I think I might have mentioned to you last time, oh I don't know if I did, that there was on my way back a stall on one of the neighbours that had some sweet peas, and I didn't have any money on me and obviously I was going back home, so I thought I must remember some money next time I'm coming here and get some sweet peas. So that is what I did. So I've got 2 pots of multiple sweet peas, so we've got them to put in the garden. It'd be lovely to have some flowers and a bit of colour in here. And then I also got, because he had such a selection, 2 sunflowers, which is exciting. So yeah, we've got some flowers to put in the garden, so that's really fun. So today I thought we'd come over here. I need to water everything obviously because I've got the tomatoes in here now and the cucumbers need watering. So I thought obviously we need to make some structures for the cucumber. We need to put structures in for the tomatoes, or at least put some aside. Sorry, Teddy was just crying, whinging in his sleep, just checking he was okay. Yeah, so I need to put some structures aside for the tomatoes, and I did have some like Velcro wraps which I put round to like sort of tie the tomatoes stems onto the wood, but I couldn't find them, so I'm not sure where they are, and they were so good, so I'm gonna have to get some more of those. I don't know where they would have gone, so that's irritating, but never mind, we can find those, or you know, get some more. And then I need to do a wigwam for the beans. I don't know if I mentioned that. And I do only have two beans to sow, so I don't know if I'm going to get some more or what I'm going to do, to be honest. But anyway, so yeah, need to do that. Need to build some structures and let's get cracking. It was a couple of years ago now that I built my original wigwam, and that was really strong and really sturdy. And honestly, I don't know if I've actually done it right this time, but I did actually go back and tighten up the strings in the end, and I think it'll be okay. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, to be honest. You know, the wind's going to blow straight through it. It's not, I don't think it's at any risk of actually falling. So yeah, and I mean, it's sturdy enough for the beans to grow up. That's the main thing. I've also never grown and planted sweet peas, so this really stumped me that they all just sort of fell apart when I took it out of the pot. But I mean, the plants have got one of two chances. We shall see. I don't know, are they overcrowded? Are they going to struggle, or is this normal? Yeah, help please would be great. I haven't done any research or anything on sweet peas. I just treated them like any other potted plant. So as mentioned, I'm starting off in the grow house, the 2 cobra seeds that I do have, and if they have no success, then I shall just go out and buy, you know, 2 or 3, maybe 4, I can't remember how many canes I've got on my wigwam now, and just buy the plants. So either way, we will have some bean plants. Whether I start them off myself or I end up buying them, we'll always have seeds for next year anyway. I'm also taking advantage of these cell trays, are they? Which the onions that were given me were in, and I'm starting off my lettuces in here. So I've got 2 varieties this year. So I've still got the Tom Thumb, which I grew in previous year, and they were really, really good, really successful and fun to grow, and a lovely little salad lettuce. And then of course I got some little gem seeds as well, so I'm doing half the tray of one variety and half of the other, so obviously potting a few seeds in each little cell, and then we will thin them out once they grow, and if we have any success with these. I think I mentioned in the last video that I had this tray with pansies in and other various plants over the other side to add a bit of colour and flower to the patch, and it's actually looking quite healthy. There's no pansies, I don't think, but we have got a couple of things like healthy, so I'm going to put this back in the garden to get some sun and keep growing. Not too sure what this is, but it looks healthy, so we'll keep it. I'm just going to obviously take out the grass. And then this thing has got little flowers on, so we'll keep that. And then I'm pretty sure I planted that one, but I'm not sure what it is. But once again, it looks healthy apart from these stalky bits. So I'm going to just take out the grass, you know, just turn it over a bit so it looks a bit more attractive, and put it back in the garden because it's green. And then over here we have got this plant, which I didn't know what it was, and I've just checked to see what it was because I thought, well, it must be something because look at it, and it's a foxglove. So I'd actually planted foxgloves along this little edge here, but they never came to anything because they kept getting mowed over. But whether this has come from that or wild, I don't know, because we don't have any other why do I keep saying that? Foxgloves in the area. There's one really far over the garden. So where this has come from, I'm not too sure, but I can't really turn over this bed now, or I might move the raised bed over or do something else, because this is here and I love foxgloves and I couldn't grow them myself. So that's exciting. Well, we are making good progress in the garden, if I do say so myself. So obviously successfully today we have built the wigwam, which I've just strengthened a little bit, just redid my strings, which I think is now a little bit more sturdy. It's still a little bit rickety, but I am quite pleased with it. And I might end up putting some more compost in this bed, maybe to raise it up a little bit, but I don't know. Also, I've never planted sweet peas before, so probably done that completely wrong, but we shall see. I'm quite excited to see them grow. Obviously, I guess I'm going to have to help them grow, so maybe I need to put some string to encourage them around there. I'm not too sure. The sunflowers, they are fairly self-sufficient, aren't they? Not sure if I'm going to leave them here or what I'm going to do, to be honest, because I need to think about where the cucumbers are going to go and the raspberry canes. So I think Mum said she's got 6 raspberry canes coming. She had originally thought she was just buying 3, but my mum isn't very good at online shopping, so she's ended up with 6. So yeah, I'm not too sure. So before I had them along this far fence, and I could do that again, or I'm thinking maybe I'll put them along this fence and have them along that bit, because that ground, like this patch here that I'm talking about, this patch here is fairly pointless, or not very useful to me. So like I said, I tried to grow flowers here, but the grass grows, so the grass gets mowed. So yes, I mean, it is still quite stony here. This is why I just put those lovely flowers in that tray and put them over here, because then I didn't have to grow direct in the ground. But I'm thinking if I actually put my back into it, I could properly turn this all over, put some fresh compost in it, really make it a bit of a better bit of ground. Maybe try and put a bit of edging, like if I dismantle one of these or got a little bit of wood from somewhere and made a bit of a border, that would protect the raspberry bushes from the lawnmower. I'm not too sure. Or I just, mow the grass myself and then I know what I am or not cutting down. And then I was thinking maybe growing the cucumbers against this fence. So no, I'm definitely going to grow the cucumbers in a raised bed. Do I put see, now obviously I've got this raised bed kind of doing nothing because I want this foxglove to grow. Do I plant some more flowers in here and keep this a protected space for the flowers to grow? Put some more various flowers, tall ones, small ones, busy this space up a bit and kill off the grass? Or do I take this raised bed out of there and put it against here somewhere? I mean, I have got more raised beds, but they're at my house, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them at my house and grow some other stuff. I think I might, because I quite like that space to be a bit nicer. So I'll probably put some flowers, like raised beds of flowers, because I'd quite like a cut flower garden. Yeah, so maybe lift this one up and put it, yeah, I'm thinking like here or over there. I mean, it gets sun both places. And then building my structure so it goes along here. And then my cucumbers can grow here. So raspberries here, cucumbers here. I need to do something with this space. I'm not sure what. Maybe move the sunflower over there, because then it's a nice tall thing you can actually see like from the house, rather than that being along there, maybe. Then obviously we've got the lettuces and onions, so I need a raised bed for my lettuces, and I want to get some proper like little, is it cloches or like little frames to protect those, and or even, you know, just panels of glass to help them along and grow them. And obviously I want to do it properly this year, where we do like staggered growth, so we can, you know, get a crop all year round. And same with the beetroot, so that needs to go in. I'm going to grow my radishes in a pot. I might just reuse that bottle bin, to be honest, and grow the radishes in that, because radishes are so small and so quick and easy to grow. They literally take like 4 weeks to grow. So I might just turn that over. Well, obviously get rid of all of that, actually, to be honest, because it's just complete roughage. Get rid of all of that, put fresh compost in there, grow the, I don't know if you'll be able to see me, but grow the radishes in that. So that's helpful. And I can leave them there because that gets sun there. Yeah, so I think that's everything covered, isn't it? Yeah, like I say, obviously I'm then going to need another raised bed of sorts, because I'll need 2 raised beds. One for my lettuce, because I'm probably going to have, well, I don't know, am I going to have quite a few lettuces to fill up this bed? Probably. And then I'll need a big space. I mean, when I grew my beetroot at home, I didn't actually use that much space. Actually, to be honest, let's be real, I probably could use half of this bed lettuce, half of this bed beetroot, because I grew my beetroot this way. And I grew carrots as well. I grew carrots at home. Do I want to grow carrots here this year? Carrots are actually quite rewarding and quite easy to grow. And I grew them in the bottle bin, actually, last time. Lots. It's a real dilemma. Oh, and my onions, obviously. I didn't mention my onions. Where am I growing my onions? I don't know. I mean, I've got quite a lot of onions, and I've never grown onions before, so I must do some research on what I'm even doing with my onions. I mean, let me know how to do these things. I should probably put that as a disclaimer, that I actually don't have a clue what I'm doing. It's just trial and error. And, you know, I've watched the odd gardening video, but I just kind of find my way through, really. So this isn't like a how-to at all. This is me just, yeah, figuring it out as I go along. But yeah, that's the progress so far. I think we've done quite well for one day. And, yeah, we'll see where we go in the next episode. And, obviously I've started off the seedlings in the grow house, so that'll be exciting to see them come along. And obviously put, well, 2 out of 3 of the supports for my tomatoes, because I don't know where the other cane has gone, and I need to get some anyway. So yes, we'll see how they come along. That's exciting. So we're actually getting somewhere. It feels like it's a reality now, and the space is coming together. It looks a little bit more developed with fresh compost and the likes. So yes, this is exciting. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, please do give it a like, and please do leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts, your tips, your tricks, any advice, anything. I really appreciate it, and it's nice to talk. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.